Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I haven't made a video on the new spoilers, and we just had a big announcement. Evil is coming to Sorcery. Evil is going to be a keyword and a mechanic and flavor, and it's going to be really, really fun. But I also hadn't talked about any of the spoilers we've seen so far. So just wanted to do a quick thing with that, and we just got like 4 or 5 new spoilers, so perfect time to do this. Swap is a 3 mana spell with 2 water threshold, saying swap the location of target minion or artifact with another target minion or artifact. This is a great control piece. It's a great trick piece. The best part of this game is the positioning, so you get to play with moving your opponent's minions around. So say you have a flyer over bottomless pit, you can swap that and kill it. You can grab their artifacts, so like Ring of Morgan is a big issue right now. 100% of top 8 decks. Swap will make that ring a cost to include. You always have to be worried about swap, so you can't just run it out and keep it out forever. And this will be a very tricky card. It'll be not as good as like Grapple Shot, but it's going to be kind of like similar to where Blink, you can move your minions around unexpectedly, like you can get around Gnome Hollows or Pillars Bridges. Swaps will do that as well. Swap is going to be a really, really cool card. And another one we got in the past here was Gift of the Frog. Gift of the Frog is going to be a great cantrip. It's a cantrip and it puts out a blocker, so you can notice this is a 2 mana, 2 water threshold, summon a frog token to another ally, draw a spell. It's a cantrip that makes a blocker. It cycles. This is going to be probably pretty good in Archimago tokens. This will be a solid cantrip for water. I think water only has... Oh, no, it has 2 cantrips. It has Riptide and Fire Harpoons. Fire Harpoons being kind of bad, Riptide being playable. Gift of the Frog will be interesting. And notice it says another ally, so you have to have another minion to cast this to get the frog token, but at bare minimum, it's 2 mana, draw a spell. And it's not as good as Blink, where Blink says draw a card, so you can draw a sight if needed. I foresee them putting that restriction on a lot more cantrips moving forward. Blink is just out of this world good. And you can see this one has 2 threshold now, and it's 2 mana, and it only draws a spell. I think they kind of learned from Blink on this one. Going to be a really cool card in a lot of like control stally decks, maybe some Token Magoo or what else? What other token decks have we seen? I know Geomancer has had a token deck in the past, playing tokens and Gift of the Frogs to water Earth, and playing tokens and Gift of the Frogs to delay and chump block. So really cool card here. And another one we got a little while ago was Cursed Iron, 2 mana, 1 fire threshold. It's an elite aura. Artifacts here can't be dropped, and each causing the bearer to lose 1 life at the end of each turn. So it turns your opponent's artifacts into devil's eggs for them. This could be good if we did best of 3. I think this is a great sideboard card. I think this is really good against Death Speaker and some other control decks that really want to play a lot of cores and Philosopher's Stones and a bunch of other ramp pieces. Cursed Iron. Oh, I guess this also negates Angel's Eggs. If they're holding an Angel's Egg, it will just negate the life gain. So that's kind of fun. But the problem with Cursed Iron is it's a reactive spell. Sometimes your opponents don't have any artifacts. I mean, a lot of the time people aren't playing cores and stone. A lot of people are playing the ring, but like don't run out your ring turn 2. Like that's just kind of like how you get around this card, where this card is dead in a lot of different scenarios. It's amazing art, and the hand and skin falling off, just very cool. But as a card and playability, I think we'll see this one on the lower end. And Day of Judgment, we got this one also with Swap in the Judge promo announcement. Day of Judgment is a 7 mana unique magic that has 3 fire threshold. Place a cross anywhere on the realm, banish evil and damage units occupying affected squares. So I'm not sure if you have to put you have to put all the cross on the realm, so you can't like put it on the edge and just knock off a 3 damage, or if you like want to hit your opponent's unit or your opponent's avatar, you can put it all the way on them on 7, and you just lose that top 3 damage. I'm not sure if you have to like keep that on the realm, so maybe that's a balancing mechanic, but this is a 7 mana deal 7. I can see this maybe being played in Archimago or the control decks that want another finisher. I don't think this is quite as good as Craterize, because Craterizing in Archimago, you can kind of combo in 2 turns and deal 20. This deals 14 in 2 turns, but that's still very doable in a lot of Archimago builds. They're like pinging people down with some minions or Kettletop Leprechauns and some other things, but this art is amazing. I love the fire. Like, this is really fucking cool. I will also say, in the design a card contest, this is my claim to fame. I made a Holy Hand Grenade from Monty Python and the Holy Grail, and my damage pattern was 3 in the middle, and then 2 on the left and right, and top and bottom, and then 1 at the very bottom. So I'll take a little bit of credit for coming up with the cross idea, but really cool art, fun big finisher. I think it's be really good and limited. Maybe not really good and limited, but kind of fun, like 2-headed dragon card out of that. Very cool card. I don't think it sees a whole lot of competitive play out of like hard control decks. All right, now we're getting into the new ones. This is a 2 mana, 1 air threshold, 2 power, 2/2. It's Willing Tribute. Right off the top here, this just seems like a better Helpful Hob. Helpful Hob can untap you as a unit and can kind of ramp you and do some shenanigans that way. But 90% of the time, I'm just using Helpful Hob to untap a cat or a unicorn and punch for 8. Willing Tribute, if there's a really good evil undead deck, I think Willing Tribute will be a thing to be on the lookout for. Imagine a Infernal Legion or something to attack twice and deal 12 damage in a turn, kind of just out of nowhere. And just to comment on the art, this thing is psychedelic and creepy and really freaking cool. A little dude getting sacrificed in the middle there. Zon D, I think this is a new artist. So welcome to Sorcery, Zon D. Man, I think this is going to be a staple in any evil or undead deck. Really cool 2/2 with a cool effect, honestly. You're paying 2 mana to sack it and untap a thing. That is a really high ceiling. And I don't see this as a minion. This is a 2 mana untap spell. And I just noticed this is a mortal. So the big thing in the middle is not the creature. It is the little dude being the tribute. Oh, I love this game. And moving on to the next big minion creature card here, Dormant Monstrosity, a 7 mana, 2 water threshold, 6/6, an elite monster. Void Walk must be cast to a corner void, costing 2 less for each unit in adjacent square. Positionally, this is kind of hard. It's a great control finisher, and if people are still playing that 6 sites close to you instead of that big T pattern and like M for playing against Enchantress, like this positionally can not be a huge cost. And at the end of the day, this is a 6 mana or 7 mana 6/6, and it has Void Walk, which is good. You do get a discount if you play conservatively, and you get a 4 discount, so you're down to a 3 mana 6/6, which is pretty good. People in the spoilers chat are already talking about tokens with this thing, so like Plague of Frogs get a free Dormant Monstrosity too. Like, that seems pretty cool. We'll see how well this plays out. I think the positioning, having to be cast to a corner, is a decent cost here. We already see what's the AL Undead Legion or something. It's a 6 mana 6/6 that has to be cast to the void in the corner, but it bounces to hand. This one has a discount. One of the best things to do in TCGs is cheat stuff out, right? So if you can discount this by 4 somehow, and if your opponent is like moved over to the left to square 17 and has a minion on square 11 up front, and they have a void here and like cast this for 3 and put a 6/6 right next to their avatar, that could be really scary. Dormant monstrosity is a big minion with a decent discount. So probably going to see some play. We'll see how it all shakes out, but at the end of the day, it's just a 6/6. So just bury it or poison nova or any number of like hard removal spells. And moving on to just some vanilla creatures, horrible hybrids, hellhounds, ghost or ghoul. Is that a ghoul? It's a ghoul. It's a 3. There are 3 mana, 3/3s, ones of water hybrids. Hellhounds, it's fire. Ghoul is a air. The fun stuff about this one, Ian Miller art, Mattis Frank, the same, also did Cursed Iron, and the one returning here is Braum. He did the Death Speaker Curio from Alpha, and well, not did, but they used his art. So really cool art here. 3 mana, 3/3s, solid, ordinary things. Oh, this might be good for the Peasant's Realm, the ordinary and exceptional only format. So just more solid minions at a solid rate. Really cool art. Nothing much to say here. And the last spoiler I have here, Consecrated Ground, an exceptional sight that reflects God's grace. Evil has no power here. Not quite sure what that means, but on the face it means any evil here has 0 power. Is power, like, I know power is like a stat, but I want to be more flavorful and like disables the minion or something. I don't. It probably just removes the power. So a Infernal Legion is a 6 toughness, 0 power minion if he's on a Consecrated Ground. Great for a counter to any evil deck that pops up. Any evil that wants to attack can't attack here. 0 power. I think that's also the first site that we have. And the art being by Kayo. I'm so sorry about any artist name here. I'm so sorry. But he has amazing landscapes. He's also did the draft land, so those are really, really cool art. I'm really excited for Gothic and all the theme decks and the evil presence and spirits, and I'm just so excited for Gothic. And in the article, it says Gothic due out later this year. So, it's coming. It's coming. everybody get on the hype train. But so excited for all these cards. Excited for Gothic. Sorcery 2025 second half is going to be an amazing time. And if you've made it this far, come join us at the Explorer Series in Columbus, Ohio on the 21st. I'll leave a link in the description. But thank you, everybody. I'll see you next time.